Welcome, sports. It's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Here we go. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Calderon in at the point guard. And Anthony gets double-teamed.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Atlanta with the ball. And he gets it to go.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
It always seems to settle you down when you have some early success in the post.
And there's the 3-second violation. Teague against Calderon. Teague, the pass to Millsap. Back to Teague. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. And there's the pass to Porzingis. New York moving it around. Fast break, the Hawks. And a slam dunk by Bazemore.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Porzingis can't hit. Well, if you name an offensive stat category, the Knicks last season probably last in that category. All-around problems, Greg, for them scoring the ball.
Yeah, we may have to give them a new nickname, last. How about last in fast break points, last in points in the paint, last in points per game, and then throw in bottom three in shooting percentage, and that spells abysmal.
Now the Knicks with it. Lopez with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. And the shot is good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And Teague, here we go. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam? And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Now here's Anthony. Second chance shot. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Bazemore. And there's the foul. It's on Aaron Aflalo. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
The kick out to Teague. Another shot. That's good on the jump shot. Bazemore's got his second basket. Knicks trail by 4. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Korver. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Anthony missing again. Here's Atlanta. Big stretch here going 10-2. And here's Millsap from the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. It's stolen by Teague. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
now. Here's Millsap following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. But they recover it. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Millsap misses. Knicks trail by 8. It's Anthony with the drive. Offensive rebound. A follow. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Hardaway, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Cephalosha kicks to Scott. Feeds it to Splitter. And Hardaway gets it to go. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. You know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
The Hawks leading by 6. Inside. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Got it up. The And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
We've got Dennis Schroeder. Cephalosha is up there with Mike Scott. Then it's Splitter, and it's Hardaway in the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Cephalosha misses.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They lost the last 3 games of the regular season, Clark, and really just limped into the playoffs. Some of it might have just been fatigue.
Yeah, it could have been, and their play at the end of the season did leak into the playoffs, Kevin. I mean, you could see very quickly that they weren't the same team that looked so dominant during the regular season.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, you know, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Serafin comes in for Porzingis. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Quinn dishes to Anthony. Over to the left wing. Here's Galloway. Atlanta with the rebound.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Bazemore. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I love that superb pass that time, guys. It allowed them to get behind the defenders. The hoop was there waiting for him.
And got hung up on the dunk. Not quite enough elevation there, I guess. The Hawks leading by 12. Outside Millsap. Bazemore passes to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Millsap misses. The Knicks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Korver. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Hawks lead by 14.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponents' scoring chances.
New York calls timeout. Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Kevin Serafin. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. Calderon kicks to Anthony. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up Atlanta. The Hawks again in transition. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. And he dunks it down.
Scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just continue to roll. I mean, they're padding that lead bit by bit as a result.
Here's Porzingis. Lopez with the bucket.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Aflalo outside. It's tipped. Millsap with the steal. And there's Corver on the assist by Bazemore. Corver's got 4 this quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hawks ahead, running away with it. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now,
welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up, Neek, was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
And New York, looking at who they got. Calderon is out there with the Aflalo. And there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. And it's Porzingis in at the 4.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here's Anthony. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Anthony's got 6 points.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home, and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. And that one's good. 10 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking about basketball again. And Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show up more than usual last season.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
at the line for the Hawks.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Second free throw, no good. Greg, as you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Anthony dishes to Lopez. Here's Porzingis. No good on the triple.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it's certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
That's his second personal foul.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Good on the second free throw.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Knicks on defense. And here's Korver from the arc. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Aflalo.
And, you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their role superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Here is Calderon after the made shot from Jeff Teague.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely. You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
And the Knicks with possession here. Following the bucket by the Hawks. Lopez. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Shooting for Atlanta.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
Lopez hits them both.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Here's Lopez. And he converts the layup. Lopez has got 9.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Now, here's Calderon. 6 points for him. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Atlanta. Bazemore's got his 4th rebound with that last one.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Aflalo, the pass to Porzingis. That's tipped. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Korver. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
And that's the beauty of the game right there. I hope we get the opportunity to see a few more of those.
Right side, Millsap. Misses the 3.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Anthony kicks to Aflalo. And it's sent back by Horford. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
1 second left. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it made. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. We've got Mike Scott, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Splitter, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Schroeder. Makes it off the glass. Schroeder's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hawks.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Now here's Calderon. Fast break, the Hawks. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And New York making a change here. Williams is checked in. Throws it up high.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go. You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Cephalosha kicks to Splitter. The drive by Scott. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 21.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Here's Porzingis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Cephalosha. Back to Hardaway. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
A follow, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. The deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
A different look for New York. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Kevin Serafin. Houghton comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
New York calls timeout.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that
Scared
around.
on this one, son.
That's why you needed the timeout.
Still ain't over. Tell you what you do. Run that shit back, boy.
You commit turnovers when you try to
Go ahead,
do
quit,
too
son.
much, or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Lopez, he's checked in for Williams. Anthony comes in for Sasha Vujacic. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Houghton. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And Aflalo kicks to Calderon. New York moving the ball around. And stolen by Horford. Here's Bazemore. Poked away. Knicks trail by 20. Pass to Porzingis. Three-pointer. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or she'll give up points in a hurry.
Here's Calderon. Following the bucket by the Hawks. Out to Anthony. Back to Lopez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Atlanta.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and
really
keep
can't
the up-tempo
beat me,
game
son.
going.
And that produced great fruit for him
Real
in transition.
talk. A good game, though, man. Give respect to this.
The free throw off from Lopez.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And I fucks with the Hawks, too. It's one of my favorite teams.
And he sinks
I know
the
I'm in
second.
and out, but you're going to get one day, man. You come on back if you want to.
Knicks trail by 18.
Take this right here. You want to do that? Take this.
Anthony with it. Picked up by Teague. Here's Porzingis. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. The first one falls.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Hawks.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
That's his first personal foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Atlanta. Carmelo Anthony. At the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Bazemore. Baseline try. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Left side, Korver. Horford with the screen on Calderon. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
I ain't mad at you, son. When that shit back out, you play that ass, man.
Flalo against Korver. Anthony drives in. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
That's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Millsap dishes to Korver. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire, and it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
The sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My own business, God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious. I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flippin' foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slapping it, goal sending. My actions are ball chillers. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road, winning.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come
I gotta
from.
hold a city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 thou. I could conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes natural. I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming. They be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they've been ducking me. You see lots of them running. Challenges I embarrass them. They a dime in a dozen. Full of fire just like a dragon straight out of the dungeon. I'm just rising above it. You just lied to the public. I serve a purpose. You nervous with butterflies in your stomach. Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship. I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
simple and plain.
Getting bored, being sold, Snoopy in the hootie, system overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them, bust till I burst them up, floss them up, toss them up, harder way, close them up. Pardon me, I'm bossing up, brace you up, bless you, bro, don't mess with us. We like the youth in the 80s, back to back, set a track, hit the lick, get it back, get the trick, jump the track. I want my money back, time and time again, while I'm sipping on this. Al Davis said it best, just win, baby, win.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew things till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dog. Rap with my dog. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the lip. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster son. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homie stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homie stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homie, yeah. 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 I'm with my homie, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. Rolling with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We gotta ride out till we break up all them hundreds fold.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homie, yeah. 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 I'm with my homie, yeah.
Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew tie till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die up on the block with a and the boats fly. And I watch for my lifestyle. Hard to see in the cold night when it's cold at night and my soul and ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight and I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist, but real homies never turn their back. My homies listen to all these tracks. My homies all rapping mad. We rolling out like Cadillac.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homie, yeah. 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 And the game won't change, it's the same old thing. And the game won't change, it's the same old thing.
Primo, dynamic duo. Dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 잃었어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 참한 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝. 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡 보냈었지. 진짜 한 치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 바라는 이로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 지금 기계 아프지만 지나가 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 찾고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고